Oh my God. I'm just kidding. It's my
Whoa.
favorite time of the day. Sorry, listen, Claudia, I'm doing everything I can to grab them at the top of the show and keep them guessing. Guys, welcome to Side Dish. As you know, we are more than just an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We're the whole meal. I got Nicole Perry, I got Erica White, I got Grant Paul, I got Anthony Buchanan, and a new account called Mouth Almighty who's joined us. Plus, my two favorites, Headkrack and Claudia Jordan. How we doing tonight, guys?
Wait, you said Mouth Almighty? Hi.
There's an account in the chat called Mouth Almighty, and the profile pic is just literally like
some mouth
lips.
Is it a woman's mouth or a man's mouth?
I think it's a woman's mouth. She has commented. I think it's a she. I'm still full from Claudia's roast on Judge Joe Clown. She cooked that lame to perfection.
Oh my God.
Yo, you did it in a way like where like, you know, they have like the meal posted on the table with the apple in its mouth. Like that's how you laid my man out yesterday. Like she cooked yesterday.
God. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. We kill hostages over here. Let's get it.
Yeah. Pop. Here on this 48-hour Friday.
No, close to 48-hour Friday. It's still Wednesday, unfortunately, but Thursday possibilities. We're almost there. Almost. You know, shout out to everybody pushing through. But listen, here's what we're gonna talk about first. Little Boosie Badazz, if you're nasty. He's trying to get to the top of the rap, is asking Trump for a pardon list. Now, Boosie has hired lobbyists Jack Berkman and Jacob Wall to help him get a pardon for the 24-month federal prison sentence for his gun charge. Now, Berkman and Wall's goal to help Boosie, who they describe as a rapper and a world-class musician. Now, back in January, Boosie tweeted this to the president. Trump, check my case out. My case was dismissed, but Biden's DOJ recharged me with the same gun charge Biden paused his son of. I was told I'm the only person in the country facing that charge now. President Trump already was given a 10-year sentence in the state in 2009 for a third defense marijuana, grams. I was never even offered a rehab, straight to prison. So do you think Boosie has a better chance than Diddy of getting that pardon? Do you think like Trump has even heard the song Independent with him and Webby?
I was in that video, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Don't blink. It was so fast. I think this isn't a high enough profile case for Trump to want to get on board. Plus, Trump seems to tend to pardon people that do crimes that he can relate to or that he's charged with, you know? Like, if it's something to do with like an underage person or girls, I think he would be out.
Yeah, I don't think Boosie should hold his breath. I don't think this is getting to Trump. Now, unless, you know, like a Trump friend, like a Kardashian or somebody who's been able to get his ear in the past, if somebody like that brought Boosie's case directly, probably. But yeah, Trump, I've never heard of him pardoning anybody for gun charges. You just have to commit like fraud on a charity or a children's hospital, or fraud on investors. Fraud, usually the fraud word. He'll pardon you for that, but not for the guns.
Yeah, the crimes of the allies is what he pardons. And I'm starting to feel like we get to a point where people asking for presidential pardons is kind of similar to when people be praying to God for stuff that you don't have to pray to God for. Like, you don't have to pray to God, you know, that you don't burn your pot roast tonight. You don't have to pray for God for Target to open 15 minutes earlier. God tired. He's helping other people who got real problems. Like Lil Boosie, you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just got to eat that. You know what I mean? There's people really going through things who need to get pardoned off of death row, and you tying them up with this?
Wasting time. I do like him, though. I think he's really funny. But, yeah, I don't know. But then again, Trump be doing some random stuff. Like who would have thought he would have pardoned, what was our boy's name?
I think he got
Kodak Black. Kodak Black.
Oh, Kodak. That was random.
So you never know.
Yeah. Did he help get ASAP out, though, too, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, I think he did it, but he claimed he did.
Okay.
Remember, I think he tried to get credit for it, and ASAP was like,
Yeah, because I know he was overseas.
I would like to hear him talk about it, though. I would like to hear Trump say, Lil Boosie, I hear he's a badass, got a bad case, grams, whatever he says. I would love to hear him talk about it.
That would be kind of funny.
And he be getting rappers' names strong and wrong. I remember like Lil Pimp, and it was actually Lil Pump.
And then the one person he said was hot. The Latino artist he said was hot, but it was really a guy that walked up, and he had no idea who he was talking about. It was hilarious. Or maybe he meant it.
Yeah. Speaking of hot, This one's really interesting. So Doja Cat was on Angie Martinez's podcast not too long ago when she was asked this question, and the internet here is very divided on her answer. I'm curious what you guys think. Here's the video.
Somebody who works in the store thinks you worship the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Is it inside of you to ever clear something like that up, or you just kind of let that be fester in the world as it wants to?
I think about it a lot.
Really?
I think about it almost every day.
What part of it?
Every single part, every time, every pinpoint of when that's happened to me down my career.
Yeah.
It's happened a lot. And I think it's not for me to prove to people who cannot or don't wish to listen. It's the harsh reality, but I'd like to stay there. And I feel comfortable there because there's so many other great things happening that I can, instead of ruminating, I can choose to express maybe the way I feel about that thing with music.
Seems like a lot of words just saying, no, I don't worship the devil like that. I think, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah.
It's kind of in season right now. I saw a thing the other day that was asking one of Trump people, like, hey, man, you got pictures of him with underage girls? And that was pretty much the same answer Doja Cat gave, like a non-answer.
Just a long, just a roundabout way to just.
It's interesting. I don't think that was a yes or a no. Obviously, what I think is that, to me, this is sometimes people who are like really way down deep into their artistry, I think, get when they get to realizing that like Doja Cat is a character that exists in other people's minds. This is where I think she's going. And where I think she's going is knowing that if someone else thinks that, if someone else lays that upon her, then who is she to come around and confirm or deny a weird thing that they've made up in her head? And she gets to address this through her music or go on creating whatever she wants to create, because it's kind of, at the end of the day, what someone else thinks about me isn't really my business. And I know that's kind of a wild take because, and the reason I think that is because if it was a yes or a no, she would have said yes or no. I think she's like landing firmly in the middle of, I think about it all the time. I'm not going to address it. I will continue to create. And however you interpret that, whatever you want to run with that, sure, fine, great. That's where I think she's coming from.
Well, on her last album, she said, ooh, she's a devil. She's a bad little bitch. She's a rebel. And then also went on to say, chick, I said what I said. Like, you know, I think she's either playing into it, like, you know, trolls do, you know, like, the more you get people talking, the more they talk about you, the more you're in the news cycle, extend that 15 minutes. Yeah. You know, all that good things. I don't know. She's a strange bird. I like that strange bird sometimes, but every now and then she does something that made me go, ugh.
Yeah, I just when y'all ask me if I worship the devil.
Hey, Claudia, you worship the devil?
You know, I don't like to put energy towards it. I mean, I just like to express myself through my art, and I like to host shows and sometimes go to Vegas, and I love to go to Aruba, and I love Italian food and coconut water, and I think about it a lot.
Tanner, do you worship the devil?
Oh, absolutely. I get up early in the mornings to begin my devilry. I recite some chants. I find doves to sacrifice. I carry spiders around with me, and I throw them at children whenever I get the chance. So yeah, that's what I do.
Headkrack, do you worship the devil?
No, the devil worships me.
Oh, that's the best.
Hey.
All right. Finally, women get to be in control. So Odell Beckham Jr. was on the Pivot podcast when he was asked a very important question.
Ever been flued out? That's general talk. Have you ever been flued out? I mean, I've gone places before on planes. And you got flued out? I'm not proud of it. I might have got on a plane once. Yeah, no, hey.
Yeah.
He said he's not proud of it.
He ain't proud of it.
I didn't feel good in the nice robe. Look.
Sit sideways.
Oh, man.
Eating your pastries.
Oh, really? Like, I got to put out. She spent her money. Hey, she spent her money, so
You gotta
if
shave.
I spend my money,
You gotta shave. I got a manicure for the third time in life. I'm ready.
Damn, I forgot how fine he fine. I was trying to ignore his fineness, like, nah, no, he fine. I gotta give Odell, you fine. Is it time for celebrity men, and not just celebrity men, might I add? Is it time for men to admit when they got flown out? And out of the following women he's been linked to, who flew him out? Amber Rose, Kim K, or her sister Khloe Kardashian? Damn, they sharing.
Ooh.
Oh wow, they probably did like a Groupon and got them together, Kim and Khloe.
Oh, threesome.
If not, why
I
not?
feel like Chloe's flying him out. I
do
feel
too.
like Chloe's flying him out. I don't feel like Amber Rose is flying somebody out. She could. She certainly could. Kim, I don't think Kim is flying somebody out. Kim, to me, strikes me as someone who always has access to local supply. Chloe, I do think, might move a little more under the radar sometimes. She's clearly had some trauma in the past, so now she's looking a different direction, but Odell definitely lines up with what we know that she's been interested in, athletes. So I can see her flying him out.
Damn,
Yeah,
who had him first?
Kim probably hit it first, maybe, if we're going with that lexicon. But Khloe being the mightiest Kardashian, she probably needs someone athletic in size to kind of match her grandeur.
Now, when you say mightiest,
The mightiest.
what do you mean by that?
She's like security. If the Kardashians about to get into a fight, Khloe is the toughest one. She's their protector.
Security, like how Cardi B said security about that one lady.
Yeah, kind of like that. The big sister. Yo, go. I'm gonna tell Khloe, and then Khloe gonna come in. Because you remember how Khloe was was built. She's built for it tough back in the early 2000s. She's in more of her demure phase, soft era, if you will.
Yes.
But there's a point in time where Khloe was
sort of like a Ford Bronco, tough.
Yeah, like her dad's car. Exactly. But men getting flued out, I think cats should be quiet about it because you might end up in a RICO case, you being, low key, you could be violating the Mann Act.
I used to be a trick. I would definitely spend money on my guys, and I bought jewelry and diamond dog tags. I put rims on someone's car before. Vacations. I brought someone to Africa.
Put rims on the car?
I did, and then it got repossessed. I wanted the rims back because it was like a fancy Mercedes-Benz convertible. It was like $150,000. Anyways, yeah, I'm a girl that would have done that. If I have it, I like to ball out like that. But I think I have a little bit of a, that kind of energy. A little bit I got it. Don't worry, just pack a bag.
Man,
wait, Claudia, hold up. Have you been a sugar mama for somebody?
Yes, I've been a sugar mama. I've definitely There's lots of perks if you're with me. I get a lot of free trips sometimes or events. I get to bring someone, and I like to travel a lot. And if I'm with someone and he's poor, then we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it.
That companion ticket.
Just make sure you keep them abs together and you keep your appearance together and don't run your mouth and shut your mouth.
I mean, but that's a badge of honor on both sides. I mean, one, to be a boss ass chick and be able to do that sort of thing, not everybody's capable. So that means you're successful, you're confident in your skin, and you have no problem in getting the things you want. I don't think it should be vilified on either side. When guys do it too, they make it such a seedy thing when guys fly girls out. It's how you fly out. Don't fly them there on Delta and send them back on Spirit.
Well, it depends how the weekend went. If the weekend went badly, then you're going back on Spirit.
Dang.
I'm kidding. I've never done that. But I've definitely tricked off.
Real bad she's sending you back on Greyhound.
All right, let's talk about Fat Joe. So the Joe and Jada podcast, while talking to Jesse Williams, Joe got into one of his tangent-filled stories, but this time it came with a life lesson. Beep it.
That I think of, he's dumb, right?
Yo.
Okay.
No. He's one of my best friends. No.
Don't get more specific.
Don't flag.
More
You gotta hold
specific,
it.
Joe. Come on.
We
didn't know where you were going with that.
No. You know what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
He's the most loyal, most best guy in the world, but he's not that bright.
Got it.
And then sometimes I'm jealous of him because ignorance is bliss. Sometimes when you dumb, you don't even know the danger.
Yeah.
Man. So in this case, is he right? Can being ignorant or dumb be kind of blissful?
Yes. I see people that have no idea what's going on in the world around us. Like they have no idea, like politically what's happening with the world wars. Like we're so close, like to World War III. And they are so gleeful and blissful, and they have no stress. And when you know all these things, you're like, oh my God, this could happen. Yeah, when you're dumb, you don't really. Yeah, life is probably.
There is the connection between depression and like higher education and higher IQs and stuff like that is real. Like it is a real thing that the less perhaps perceptive you are about a lot of the things going around about you. That could be things right outside your own house. That could be things that's happening on the other side of the country or other political or social realms. The less you're aware of those kinds of things, the less you pay attention to those things, the happier you are. Like I believe that through and through, especially the way Joe's talking about it. Like Joe's talking about this guy being dumb and when we think about our dumbest friends, are they not sometimes the happiest?
They're so happy. Think about how dumb and stupid you were when you were a little kid. You didn't know anything. You just like all goofy, eating kicks like, Cocoa Puffs for breakfast and just didn't know the dangers in food. You just was happy and dumb.
I wish I could be that person. Let me tell you something. When the Saturday morning cartoons went off, I kept watching, and then the news would come on, and then you'd find out about all the terrible things happening in the world. Iran-Contra, volcanoes, Mount St. Helens erupting. Like, there was danger at every corner, and I always kept my head on a swivel because I'm like, outside is dangerous, but if you know how to maneuver it, you know it's out there. But, so I wish I didn't know anything.
The dumb kids just continued watching Smurfs and the Snorks and knew nothing of Mount St. Helens. So, yeah.
Low name mouth for sugar and candy. Yeah, man. What were y'all afraid of growing up? Let us know in the chat. Or were you one of those ignorantly blissful ones? Holla at us. Listen, man, we got to run a break, but when we come back, we talking Funky Fridays podcast, Cam Newton, and he revealed something crazy. We'll tell you what that is in 2 minutes.
Welcome back. So during a recent episode of Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast, he left guest Parker McKenna shook after revealing what he asked his girlfriend Jasmin Brown for. Check this out.
To know her list
of who she.
I want to know.
Addresses?
I needed to know. I have to.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to tell you why, though. I want to know because before I sit up here and really keep moving and elevating our relationship, I want to know who got one up on me. And if I'm willing to take on that burden, because why I want to know? If you had any type of relationship, intimacy, experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that. Because if you don't give me that, you got me, hey y'all, this my girl, and you got somebody over there in that corner like, that no. If she had been with somebody that was close to me, I would have had to respectfully, I'm not there yet. I can't.
Not that grown yet.
I can't carry that weight yet.
Right.
Oh, yes. All right. Now, his girlfriend, baby mama Jasmine, hopped into the comments and said, I actually love the fact that he has my list, such a weight off my chest. Now, was Cam Newton's request for her list rooted in insecurity or respect? And do we think he provided his list too?
I will say that it definitely was rooted in insecurity. And I do like the fact that he looped around and said, I'm not there yet. So that's him being aware of his insecurities and shortcomings. Because, he is a person with a name and, you don't want to be out with your girl and you boot up and Bo knows her. You know what I'm saying? So that's a thing. And I understand where he's coming from because he's a person of status. However, I'm sure his list is way longer than hers because, of who he is. So is she also offered that same luxury of knowing his list? Because I'm sure he doesn't remember it all.
Yeah, and the fact that the thought process of, well, I don't want someone else to have one up on me. That's what women are screaming all the time when you cheat on us, when you sleep with other women, when you entertain other women in their DMs. And I'm sure there's been some of that. So I just feel like it's a little bit of a double standard. Like you want her list so you don't feel bad. Meanwhile, you're still probably talking to other people because he said on a few occasions, like he's like still doing his thing. Well, so I just think in those kind of things, like I'm sick of people thinking that women are the super strong, super tough thing that we're supposed to be able to digest and take all the things about you that would hurt your feelings. The way you don't like being around when someone might have said, I had that first. We don't like it either. So God bless her.
So I don't know. I just saw in the chat we got a poll going on. Is asking for your partner's body count list and about insecurity or respect. Insecure has 90%. I think it's embarrassingly insecure. Like, I don't think it's a little insecure. I'm like embarrassed for you to say this out loud on a recording insecure. That's where I'm at with it. Number one, because it doesn't matter. If you actually like this person and you're like, oh, that's my girl, that's the enthusiasm you should bring to it no matter what. That's the kind of enthusiasm you want in a relationship. Because if you're not there because you found out that she slept with somebody other than you that you kind of know, or even a good friend of yours, then that's more on you. Like, that's not the relationship for you. And HK, like you said, like where he said, I'm not there yet. Yeah. You know what? There are levels to this where it's like, you're just meeting somebody and you find out that they've had a whole situationship with someone else sort of like in your friend group. And that can be, I understand, like, that's a little muddy. That's a little cloudy. We don't want any overlap. That gets a little messy. But then here's the other thing that I'm going to say. And it's like, you guys know, like Cam Newton is very successful. He's a classically handsome guy. I'm sure his social circle is wide. When you have a wide social circle and the people that you're attracted to are in similar statuses as you guys both know how small the pool gets. Everybody knows somebody and everybody's kind of friends with somebody else. And so unless you met randomly on a dating app or you met on the other side of the planet, there's a very good chance that somebody you know dated that person.
Absolutely.
They might not be your best friend, might not be your coworker, but the chances that somebody in your friend circle has one up on you, if you even want to think about it like that, is pretty good.
And Jasmine
but I would
Brown,
say,
go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got it, love. Go for it.
Jasmine is a really pretty girl and a comedian, and she's in those social circles. I'm sure lots of men shot this shot. I was asked for my list one time. I gave it, and I had a lot of anxiety, but I thought it was such a big deal. And at the time, he was like, "Oh, that was nothing. That's not a big deal." But when we broke up, he used everything against me and then added names to the list that I just said I knew. And before I knew it, this list was all over the internet that wasn't even true. And that's a big part of the reputation that I had when I was on Real Housewives of Atlanta that I didn't even earn because I told the wrong person 5 people that I really did date. And then he just threw 20 something else others in there. And I had to pay for that. Till this day, people still think it's true about me. And I will
and he
never,
did that. He did that out of insecurity.
Yes, I will never give a list. I'm not doing that. If you like me for who I am today, it's none of your business what I did before you. Mind your business.
I don't care about names, but I care about numbers. If you told me you slept with 87 people, I'm gonna boil myself later and see about
what about 85?
You know, we got shots. We got shots and pills for all kinds of things. Moving on, keeping on the chicka smash alert section. Are you down? This is not you two specifically, but my chat here. Are you guys down to date married people? So sex and relationship therapist Shan Boudram, she's got a podcast. It's called Lovers by Shan. And so she had a discussion with actress and dancer Allison Stoner. And this discussion turned into dating married people. Check this out.
People who prefer to date married people. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is they're like, I want my own space. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be with somebody who expects us to turn into more. I have a really full life. And what I have the capacity for is the desire for 1 to 2 hours every 3 to 4 days where I connect with somebody in this romantic way. And that's all I want. And it's really difficult for me to find that in a partner who doesn't already have another full-time partner who's responsible for all the other parts that I don't really want the responsibility for.
Right.
Does it sound like that?
Yeah, that resonates. And also I do recognize there are, of course, cases and situations where, you know, if a couple has been monogamous for forever, one really wants to explore outside. Oftentimes we hear how that can be done in ways that cause a little bit of mess or some hardship, some heartache. So this was a very proactive decision-making process, and we just checked in continually, and that allowed me to recognize that actually is okay. I just didn't even know that was okay.
Girl, bye. Girl, first of all, girl, bye. This is just hoes talking and trying to make hoe stuff. It's not sound like hoe stuff. And like we talked earlier about using a lot of words to say something that's so basic. You want to screw married men. They're more generous because they need to pay you to shut up. And you don't want the responsibility of a relationship. Grow up. As a woman that was married for a quick minute, but I want to be married again. I hate hearing conversations like this. Yes, it's honest, and I can understand, but there's other ways of getting a person to spend a couple hours with you 2 or 3 times a week without having to go be a side chick or disrupt someone's, be a mistress. Like, I'm so sick of hoes right now. I'm so anti-hoe. I'm so sick of it. And it's not cute. You may sound classy when you said it. You said it in a cute little demure voice, but y'all some hoes. That's just hoe talk. That's hoe talk.
You said it in italics. I mean, the thing is, like, there's a lot of situations now too where, like, you know, married people be like on the same page about just kind of moving around, like, long as you don't bring that energy back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. Like, it's an open marriage, but they're still like engaged. You know, the evolution of relationships just baffles me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like in the 80s, people was like, yo, I ain't never going downtown. Now people going downtown, they eating butt the whole night, right? And I think it's just a matter of time before this is going to become more normalized. And you remember in 2025 when people wasn't doing the married wife swap thing, and now it's like the norm? Because I think there's just too many people.
I feel like this is more normal, and I'm using normal in air quotes. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. I feel like it's out there more then we might know. I think it's catching up. Like you said, HK, like things change. And then once it hits pop culture and everybody's, eating the booty like groceries, we know what's going on, even though that wasn't the thing in the past. And so I feel like there are lots of couples. Like I know people in my friends circles and my friends of friends circles who they're open about it, where they're like, yeah, we tried this out and this didn't work for us, or this did work for us. And for some people it was a season. And for others, it was like a thing that they incorporated into their relationship. Now they're both on the same page. There's no secrets about it. And they were able to make it work in those ways. And so like, I don't know. I think there is probably more of this than we realize.
That makes all the difference if they're both on the same page. But when they're not, this is just, like I said, it's just some hoe talk.
Appetite for destruction. Well, y'all ready to go to Japlanta? Or have you even heard of it? Well, there's a video that went viral of a place called Japlanta. At least that's what the locals called it. Basically, it's a Southern hospitality situation, and it happened when Magic City had a pop-up experience in Japan. Check this out. This is on Jamel Show's TikTok. He broke it all the way down.
Tokyo. I absolutely love being black. I guess it's the new pop-up shop Magic City. They're going global. They on the tour. They legitimately took Magic City to Tokyo. I just can't believe it. It's one of the most innovative business ideas I've ever seen. You know they was popping it over there. They be popping big in Tokyo. I mean, it's running it up. And the strippers, they did an interview with all of the strippers, and the strippers said that the energy was a 10 out of 10. And they had Lil Soo Young out there getting in, popping it too. But they had the stage section, so they had it like a concert set up in certain areas. Like, you can watch it like an event, like watching your favorite artist perform on stage. They did a lot of street interviews with the people there in Tokyo, and they came up for it. They was absolutely loving it. This is one of those events I'm absolutely destroyed I missed. This is one of those once-in-a-lifetime events. They got to do this again. Don't pay the rent this month. Go to Tokyo, Magic City pop-up event. I wonder if they go do these everywhere globally, because everybody in there looked like they had a good time. The stripper said all the energy was 10 out of 10. Everybody did their thing, and it seemed like the locals loved it too. Magic City and Tokyo.
Wow, I'm surprised they didn't figure out how to blur it live.
How to blur it live?
I would love nothing more than to go to Magic City pop-up in Tokyo. Can you imagine how hard that has to go in Tokyo? I mean, I'm still relatively new here to Atlanta, and my experience with that scene is like pretty limited. Like basically just cheetahs. It was a work bonding event. Claudia, you weren't in town. And we had a great time, but Magic City in Tokyo with my Tokyo brethren, my Japanese brethren, come on.
I'm not
Claudia, you have been to Magic City, right? Like on like Monday when they do the snack pack.
Magic City, Onyx, Cheetahs. They have great food at Cheetahs. Yeah, I've been a few of them out there. Listen, I'm not surprised because they have a lot of respect and love for the Black culture over there. They say there's nothing cooler in Japan than to be a young Black teenager. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like I definitely want to go to pop-up. I love Japan, and only thing was missing from my trip was that level of nudity. So yeah, keep me posted on the next pop-up. We out here, man. Listen, man, we running the break, but we come back. We have to switch our hats because we turning our hats to the back, man. Me and Tan about to talk crazy. Tell you about that in 2 minutes, y'all.
go.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Had to get my hat for my hat to the back segment. Guys, it's time for Hat to the Back.
Head to the back. Getting it real. No cap.
All right, now the Desirable Truth Podcast
Right,
hit the
so,
Miami streets to ask people about their biggest dating problems, and this man's response went viral. Check this out.
Yes, sir. What's the biggest problem you run into dating women in Miami now? These buster-ass, millionaire, trick-ass be poisoning these brains up. Because every time they come around me and they see that I'm not finna trick on them and pay for their time and pay for their nails and pay for their whole lifestyle, and I'm just actually trying to get to know them, see if she actually is even worthy of being around me and worthy of my time, they look at it like I just committed a felony. Women are expecting way too much when they haven't done anything for me yet. So how does a man determine when it's okay to start spending on a woman versus holding off? When she's actually shown that she's there for you with tangible proof.
First of all, his Louis belt is fake. Anyways, go ahead now.
You clocked that from here?
Yes.
That his Louis belt was fake?
Yes.
Man,
Wow.
shout out to fakebeltbuster.com. People be knowing. Tanner, how feel you, brother?
Oh man, I do think he was in Miami, right? Is that where we figured
Yes.
out he was at?
Mhm.
I think
Yes.
his market in particular is probably the worst for that. I will give him that. But at the same time, the amount that I hear about paying for my nails and paying for my eyelashes, like I'm already into cost of maintenance of a car that I do not own. I don't even know if I want to drive this car. I'm just looking at the car, and before we're talking about filling you up with gas or taking you out to dinner, now we're talking about lashes and nails and facials and manicures. Like I don't mind contributing when that time comes, but that time doesn't come first. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. So there's a lot of suckers out there who, like, I don't know, like wasn't raised right, didn't necessarily pick up the necessary skills that are essential to know how to entertain people with your conversation and charm and just personality. And then you have to lead with what your best asset is. And sometimes that's money. We see it all the time in some of the most ritziest cities, places like Las Vegas, Chicago, any place that's nice, right? I see people that are mismatched all the time, and I know either that person has a great personality or a great stock portfolio and a bank account. And when you lead with that, it breeds a culture that lends the expectation. Listen, it's rough out here for everybody. The cost of everything's going up. You had to get your hair and nails done to come on this date. We had to get a beard trim, shape up, and a lineup, and that's expensive too. And if you're follically challenged and you getting your joint like dyed on so you can look like a Barbie doll, that costs money as well too. So at the end of the day, we're both putting equity in this game, and we're both going to have expectations. So don't expect somebody to like spend a lot of money and not expect something in return. I'm not saying that you owe that to a person just because they paid for something, but at the end of the day, if they trick like that, they're going to expect something that is of equal or lesser value, and sometimes is lesser. And also, guys, don't think that the prize is only on one side. We holding two. There's value.
What are you laughing about?
Know your worth, but I'm tired of men wanting to be bad bitches. It's really draining and exhausting. And I feel like he's a cute guy, but as soon as he opens his mouth, I'm like, shut up. Like, I feel like no one should be the prize. I think both people should be, have something that bring some value. But yeah, I'm against women trying to make you pay for their stuff out the gate. I think that's like prostitution. And I'm against men saying, you need to prove you're worthy to be around me in my time. I'm like, that sounds so bitchy. I'm just like, ugh. Every day, y'all make it easier and easier for me to.
I will say this.
Not do it.
I will say this. He was talking about, and I did back him up on this, these buster ass millionaires. Like he is talking about, there is and it's us, HK. It's us. It's our kind, like the guys who've got that extra bread to throw around and they don't care. They got 3 or 4 Lambos and they're willing to spend money on them Lambos. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's just tricking for a weekend. They've got money to burn, not even caring. They're the ones creating this whole economy we got.
I have a theory, and I know we got to go. If men weren't treating women so raggedy, they wouldn't have started to resort to money. Before, we were in it for love, but y'all broke our hearts too many times. So now we're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to get love. Let me get a purse. That's not me.
I think some people have such a limited personality and nothing to offer that's all they can give. Kind of like the women that'll like smash you within the first hour of meeting them. You have nothing else to offer, so I offer you a trip to Burlington Throat Factory or whatever it may be. I digress. Anyway, it's time for question of the day, and I gotta set the scene. And it's all about race. We talk about race all the time and how it shapes our experiences, how we're treated. You know what? I jumped ahead. I'm sorry. We're running to the comments. My prompter broke. Listen, run that graphic.
There it is. We're back on track.
There we go. Appreciate y'all getting me together, fam. Milk Love 3 on Instagram is a young black woman who identifies as. All right, you got to see this for yourself.
I am a human, but I identify as a dog. Being a handler is basically someone who is in a position where they're just taking care of someone else. It doesn't have to be anything romantic. It doesn't have to be anything like, for me, it's very strictly platonic. Good job.
Two of us met at a rave about a month or so ago. I noticed that they had ears on, I had my tail on, and we just kind of clicked from there. I'm not a dog, I'm more of a cat. I'm like the cat that's sitting on the island while the dog's running around being like, what are you doing? You having fun down there? Okay. It's very simple, just little head pets here and there, walks around, tug of war. It seems pretty normal, at least for us, I'd say. It's just a different way of showing friendship. It's a different way of showing that you care.
These are the girls that the guy in the last segment should be dating.
Of course, the comments were wild. Somebody said, we listen and we do judge. I co-signed that. Baby girl found a way to avoid bills and responsibilities. Is this rapture still canceled, still scheduled? Because I'm ready to go now. What do you think about this? Should people leave us out of the group chat when they want to be identified as, like, what do y'all think about this?
I'm in a space to where I am still trying to wrap my brain around that whole furry culture. I know it's a thing. I know it's like fetishized. I don't know where the limit begins and ends with all of that stuff at the end of the day. I mean, more power to people. But the thing is, if you're going to identify as something, I'm going to need you to do the things that thing does. Like if you identify as they, I need y'all to help me move. I need them and they to help me move. If you identify as a dog, let's go to Piedmont. Let's go for a walk. I'm going to throw a Frisbee at your mouth. You better catch it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you got to do the things you identify as.
I'm just confused. I'm just so incredibly confused. At least the furries got their whole convention and stuff. I saw a video, and here's the thing. I knew in my heart that in the stuff was the rundown that it said this young black woman identifies as a dog. I knew one of my cousins was connected. I knew one of my cousins got to her. And because I feel like this is my whoever my people are who are watching right now, we got to end this because we're going to just what is this? We're turning into cattle. We're going to be the farm animals. What is happening?
This is what happens when you don't force your kids to be on a sports team, pick up an instrument, learn something. And these are mediocre people that like, look at me. I count too. Get your ass on a track team or go play some tennis or something. This is weird. And the way you're eating out of that white girl's hand, it just gives me, it's too weird. All of it is weird. Get away from me with this nonsense. We're going to take a break.
She's one of those girls who went to her room and stayed there too long.
Too long. During the break, we're going to call up some of Tanner's cousins and tell them to put an end to this because we're sick and tired of it. We've had enough. We'll be back. Good feet.
back to Side Dish, relating back to that last story, a lot of people in the chat are pointing out that she was Blasian, not just black. So, that wasn't 100% on us.
Well, one drop.
I just want to apologize. I'll take it.
I can tell from her hair she has not been around black girls.
Yeah, she needed counseling. Well, it's time for the question of the day. All right, man, take two. We talk about race all the time, how it shapes our experiences, how we're treated, what we expect from the world, and what the world expects from us. But here's something to think about. Now, if you woke up tomorrow as a completely different race, what's the first thing you would do, and what race would you mind not taking out for a test drive?
Duh, white man, get away with everything. Sorry, Tanner. You can be average
It's
and be
great.
the president.
It's great, Claudia.
I know.
It's so
listen,
wonderful.
The way y'all talk to police officers and nothing happens to you. What? Like, you could be like, absolutely not. I'm not getting out of my car, my vehicle. What is this about? And they will respectfully explain it to you. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. I could be doing everything right, not breaking any laws. I am scared that I'm about to get shot. Yes, white. I want to come back as a white man just to see what it feels like. I'm going to go into a bank, apply for a $10 million loan. I'm going to just talk crazy to the police. I'm going to do all that. Yes, absolutely.
I once watched a white guy, like the cop had the gun pointed at him. He put his hand on the cop's gun and pushed his hand down, like pushed it back towards his holster. Like, yo, I would have got shot 87 times with a gun that only has 16 rounds in it. If I tried to attempt to do that, like, it's like the confidence, the level of confidence that they have in that situation sometimes is astonishing.
All you have to do is put buddy on something and they don't message you. All right, buddy. The guy, what is that? Okay.
Man,
not today, buddy.
They give us that. That's something that comes in the white guy instruction manual. Not today,
right, so
Buster.
If you could swap out Santa, who are you trading to?
Oh, he's already black.
Oh my gosh, I feel like this is. Yeah,
I
mean, listen. Let me go back to my 23andMe. I got a little bit. It's what would I be?
I can see.
What would I be? Man, yeah, like. There is a joy. I feel like there's a camaraderie in the black community that the Caucasian community doesn't have.
Sometimes.
And I feel like that has to feel good. I would imagine that feels pretty good. I also think that sort of like there's a tightness among some of like our Asian cousins that might also feel good.
Would you like to be Asian?
What do you
Tanner?
think, HK?
Would you like to be Asian?
Who, me or Tanner?
Either one of y'all.
I would like to know an Asian. If I was to trade out with anybody, I would be traded to the Puerto Ricans. Because I feel like they're close, they're adjacent. We get our hair cut at the same place sometimes. The terms of endearment that we use amongst each other won't change much. Word to Fat Joe. There's a lot of commonalities there. So like Puerto Ricans, man. And my brother, I got a brother who's Puerto Rican and a sister who's Puerto Rican as well. So I identify with them. I can't speak Spanish as good as them, but I'm in the mix.
Okay.
In the chat, man, a lot of people is representing.
Fred Stone here says he's staying black, but he'd like to be a different black guy, maybe Denzel. Okay, now we're getting real picky.
Okay. Well, there are levels to this because like if you like, let's say if you Wesley Snipes black and you want to like go down a couple hues, there's that. I feel like LL Cool J didn't get treated the same way as Bernie Mac did in most situations.
So that is true.
Yeah, colorism.
White people don't have colorism. I do want to call this one out. Sherm said Tanner would make a great Latina. And I don't know specifically why. Okay.
It like low key could be a compliment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's literally somebody in the chat. Imagine you as a Latin baddie. You know what I mean?
Tanner as Cardi B.
Yeah, I love a Latin baddie.
Cardi T. Miss Naughty 93 said the Asian side. Then she's rocking with that.
Oh, you want to be Asian? Okay. But what part, though? Because people have been really mean lately to some Asians. Especially Indians.
That was, that's true. Yeah, it was a whole run. And some of those people were so bad that they ended up in the next segment. Everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is this? We're going to solve some crimes coming up in 2 minutes, y'all.
A Latina. That's hilarious.
I know.
Welcome back. It's time for everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin
is it?
Whose cousin is it? A little premature there.
Okay. But you still delivered. It still showed up. Like the uncle said he was on his way. You arrived.
Oh, unlike my father. All right, Paris authorities are sticking it literally to a cloud chaser. Y'all know I have daddy issues, okay?
We laugh to keep from crying sometimes. I get it.
That's what I'm doing right now.
It's okay. It's
A
all right.
cloud
We're
chaser
here.
who thought poking
It's a safe
strangers.
space.
A cloud chaser who thought poking strangers for fun was content. A 27-year-old male influencer is headed to prison for pretending to jab people with syringes while filming and posting their reactions to social media.
Now, he thought it was a prank, but authorities called it a creepy trend, resulting in real people getting injected with real foreign substances at clubs and festivals. Nobody wants to go viral like that.
Oh my gosh. He swore he was just copying what he saw on the internet in Spain and Portugal, but Paris said no and hit him with a 1-year sentence, 6 months suspended. All right. Whose French cousin is this?
Man, just based on locale alone, it automatically makes it other, right? Because, if you're French, you're not really American. So,
Okay, but what race though, right? So 27-year-old male influencer, maybe he's just visiting.
There's that.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and we don't typically go visit this. I definitely gonna rule us out. We don't play with needles like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that whole heroin epidemic of the 70s kind of like weaned us off of that. Like we just kind of run away from it.
Plus, we stay away from anything medical. We just use ginger ale and Vicks vapor rub to cure everything.
A little tussin.
Tussin, that too.
Yeah.
So it's I want to go other and say it was like I don't know, Indians on my mind today.
Really?
Listen, I was wrong a couple times. I'm just gonna take a stab in the dark.
Like that person did.
Take a stab.
I'm going other.
I do feel like you're going other, Claudia. I think it's my cousin. But it could be like my Russian cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like his skin is like the color of like this square right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's this kind of. He's got that European white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No tan at all.
Alabaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. No sun. Island.
The power of the sun is scaled back a little bit, so you're not getting that tan like you would get if you was on this hemisphere. Yo, I want to point out, Claudia, if this person is Indian, I think this may be the first time in the history of whose cousin is it that it would be an Indian person. Yo, for some reason they just be like ducking. You know what I'm saying? They'll very particular with the crimes they do. You know,
it's about this. Think about the numbers though. There's like 1.8 billion of them, so there's like almost 2 billion of them. There should be more. So at least a billion of them. I don't know why I'm saying it. My heart to tell me other Indian.
500 million are in McKinney.
All right.
All right, man. Let's get to it. 3,
All
2,
right,
1.
I'm right.
And I'm going other. 3, 2, 1. Move that van. What the hell? Oh, Mine Mojito. Okay.
Mojito? What kind of cousin is Mojito?
Clearly Spanish, because like usually like mojito is like that is a Spanish drink, yeah.
He's a brown Spaniard.
Like
a
Moana
mojito is a rum
if Moana
drink.
got the shot.
He's exotic.
Yeah,
Very
so
filtered too. Very filtered.
Wow.
He's a
so
baddie.
do you think people are gonna like pine over him like they did on the other person?
The chat here is attracted to him.
I knew it. Like anytime you see somebody with some different color eyes and some hair that blows like Fabio's, chicks be like, "Oh, give him a chance. He meant no harm. You can jab me." That kind of energy.
Right. Stab me anytime you want. I'll take the needle.
I knew it. I knew we were getting there. That man that had that prison bay look on him.
He did. I bet he's gonna blow up now. Like,
yep.
That's how our society is. It's sick.
Coming in this game on some modeling-ish. Well, anyway, shout out to y'all in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us as usual. You know, we're going to rinse and repeat and do it again tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit share. It's that extra step of sharing the content that helps us shake up the algorithm because, you know, the algorithm be tripping sometimes and we want to be great.
Yeah. Thanks for watching and thanks for the love and the support. We appreciate it. We'll be back here tomorrow. I want to get we got to finish this week strong. I got to get one of these right this week.
Yeah, sometimes our detective powers are just like awful, and we rebound.
Tanner.
It's hard. All right, I'm gonna say bye to Doha, Trisha, Gina G, Ms. Nadi, Mariano, Miriam, Fred, Nicole, Sherm, Jose Ramos. See you guys tomorrow.